Happy New Year. It's 2022. It's been a while since I have done a Bible study lesson with my girls. So I definitely just felt the need in my heart to really get back to it, because this is something that I said that I wanted to do, because I want to keep my girls inclined. I want to keep them in the spirit of understanding that, we got to learn. We must continue to grow. We must continue to let that spirit use us and guide us and enter in, but we can't do that if we don't allow it. And of course, I do think that starting with the Bible is always a good thing. It's lessons in there that I can truly say for myself that I've learned, and the Bible, again, was written way before I was even thought about being born. And I'm reading and I look in the Word today, and there's word in here that is relatable to my life, my story. So I start with that. So I want my kids to learn it as well. And I got one of my goodies here in the Bible study lesson with us today. My other one, she's a little separated from us, but she's actually still in the room. Say, hey, Jazz.
Hey.
She's over on the other side by the grace of God, just from having a little cold. So she's getting over that. So she's over there on the other side. I still wanted her to be able to be a part of this lesson. So even though she's not in the camera, she's in here and she's listening. So the book of Proverbs has really been on my heart a lot. Lately, for the past, I want to say 2 weeks, I should have really been did this Bible study with you all, but I kept procrastinating, and but now it's really just welling up in my spirit to really just kind of give some more light, or shed some more light on the book of Proverbs. Now, what I have learned from the book of Proverbs, from me reading a lot, is just from a sage or a wise man named Solomon. This guy, just to kind of sum his whole story up about him and his experience with God, Solomon could have asked for anything from God that he wanted to, when he was deemed the king, or when he was taking over the throne from his father, David. He could have asked the Lord for anything. He could have asked for riches. He could have asked for wealth. He could ask for fame, fortune. But Solomon asked the Lord for wisdom, and the Lord gave it to him. The good book says you can ask the Lord for whatever it is you want. Pray for whatever it is you want. Tell God what you need and thank him for all that he has done. And, many of us, when we pray, we're praying for all the material things, or we're praying for things because that's what we want, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, because the Lord said ask. But we might not think about asking for wisdom, because wisdom, can save your life. Wisdom can, in a way, can help you to succeed, be successful. It kind of gives you guidance. The wisdom can help you just to move forward in life, making good choices. So wisdom is really something that you want to ask for. And again, like I tell y'all, when I tell you truth, it's okay to ask me for anything. I'm not God, but of course I'm your mom, so I have to look over you, and, I'm the one that's your parent, your guardian. So, of course, you got to ask me for whatever you want. But, again, God is the creator, so when you pray into God, you can ask God for whatever you want. But just like how I tell you to ask me for anything, the same thing with God, you ask him for anything. But I want to encourage you both and advise you, ask for wisdom, because that's what's really needed. All of these other things that you might ask for in the world, money, house, husband, car, new car, better job, whatever it is that you might want, that you're going after, you're striving after, that you're pursuing. Okay, it's okay to ask for that, but you might want to ask for the wisdom that's going to help you with those things that the Lord may bless you with when you ask for it. You can have all the money in the world, you can have that new house, you can have that job, but if you're not wise enough, you can lose it. That might be one of the things I would prefer for you as my girls to ask the Lord for, along with everything else, asking for wisdom. You're not too young to ask for it. So don't think that, because you're 15, 14, 13, you can't ask for wisdom. And don't think that just because you're my age and you kind of went through a lot, you kind of made some silly choices like I have in my past. Don't think you're too old to ask for the wisdom. So he will not rebuke you for asking for it. So anyway, I really wanted to talk about the book of Proverbs, because this book gives you advice, giving you tips, giving you hints, giving you clues on how to succeed in life, how to survive in life, how to live longer. Wouldn't you want to have somebody give you some type of clue as to what you can do to get a job? Like, if you didn't know how to get this particular job you wanted so bad, but somebody came up to you and whispered in your ear and said, this is all you needed to do to get this job. I mean, wouldn't that just be helpful? Okay, so the book of Proverbs is pretty much like that. It's just giving you all the hints and tips and advice that came from a man, a wise man, a sage man named Solomon, because he lived the life to give you, to be able to give you this advice. Like if you ever heard when they would say your grandmother is a wise person, when they said the elderly people are wise. You hang around the elderly people, you learn a lot from them. Why would you learn a lot from an elderly person?
because they like, since they lived longer, they have learned more than you.
Exactly. So they've been here longer than you, so they know more. They know, like, for instance, things I might have done back when I was young, trying to be slick, but my mama knew exactly what I had going on and what I was doing because she been here before. Same thing with me. Like when I tell you, Jazz, you ain't slick, you ain't doing nothing I don't already know, because I done been here enough to know it. So I could try to give you advice or tell you some things, Jazz, when I don't mind being transparent about the stupid mistakes I done made. And so if I see you going down that path, or if I see you getting yourself into something that I done that before, I done been there and done that, as a mother, I better tell you or give you those helpful hints and tips that could save you. So if I see you doing something, or getting ready to get yourself into something that I know is going to lead to a pitfall, or lead to you falling off a precipice, to your fate, I would be a silly mother if I wouldn't give you that helpful hint or tip or advice to not do it, because I know it's going to save your life. So that's the same thing with this book of Proverbs. It is basically a book that's telling you all the things you need to know that'll help you succeed. I done read over this book several times, but it's some ones in here that just really just sticks with me so much. And I just kind of want to go over with you all going into the new year. We're going into a new year, and some people have made New Year's resolutions. Well, me personally, I didn't make no resolution. I'm just, honestly, this year, I just want to go about it, committing more to the Lord, whatever I'm doing. Submitting to the Lord so that he can establish my plans, and just pretty much just including the Lord in everything that I got going on. Why? Because he the one created me. He the one that knows. He the one that established my steps. So I might as well include him. So that's really my plan. Because I say that because all these years when I thought I had all the control, when I was out there living how I wanted to live, doing things the way I wanted to do things, and I thought I had everything planned out, because I used to plan and think I wanted my life to go like this. Well, ain't not one thing happened how I wanted it to go, as far as when I planned things years ago and I wanted this and wanted that, and I was living for the world and living to please the world. I just knew years ago, you couldn't tell me I wasn't going to be a superstar. Just on the red carpet somewhere, I just knew that with all my heart when I was just graduating high school. And I think I just had you, so you was like 1 or 2, Jazz. What I knew, I just knew it was going to happen for me. And nothing has happened the way that I planned it. So, and the reason why I say this book is real, because a lot of the things in here that stick with me, because it just really it showed me what I was doing. And so I wouldn't be convinced enough to teach you these things, or tell you all this with conviction if I didn't believe this to be true, because it's happening, and it's showing me, exactly the truth of life, and again, the Bible is inspired by God, or by people who have experienced God. But anyway, so like I said, this new year, going into the new year, I'm just going into it more with me just committing more to the Lord, whatever I do. And just this book of Proverbs, I really hope that teaches you how to succeed and how to live life. And if you want to live more, and if you want to survive, and if you want to add more days to your life, I want this book to be close to my heart, and I want to live it. I want this book to be a revelation for me that I will succeed, because I've, really took this book and digested the word and want to live it. Proverbs chapter 3, where it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. So when it says trust in the Lord with all your heart and don't lean on your own understanding. So what do you think that means, Jasmine, when it says don't lean on your own understanding?
Like, I guess just don't think like you just know it all, and just depend on like just what you know or what you may think you know.
Okay, yeah, that's about right. Say for instance, if things don't go the way you want it to go. This is a good example of it because if something doesn't go the way that you planned or how you want it to go, and you trying to figure it out, you think that it went this way because of this and because of that, and so you want to put yourself into it thinking, well, this didn't happen like that because of this and that, but you don't know. You got to put your trust in the Lord and don't worry about how you think things ought to go because he's the one that makes that path for you. So trust more in God and trust in that everything is going the way it's going because that's how he directed it. I always wanted to figure it out. I wanted to know why this didn't work out like that, or why I'm not happy, or why I'm not feeling the way I'm feeling, and I'm just trying to lean on my own understanding of things, and it stressed me out. God got it where we don't know how things are supposed to go, so we don't need to try to figure that out. And it's hard because for me it is hard. It has been hard for me just trying not to worry or figure out why things is not like this and why did it go this way, and wanting to know. Like, it's hard, but you really have to dig hard into just trusting God and trusting how he already has it laid out for you. If something ain't going the way you wanted it to go, it's because it's just not supposed to go that way. And then just bottom line. Or if something happened to you that was unfavorable, that you don't like, or it didn't feel good, you're in an uncomfortable position in your life. Right now you're in a phase or that stage in your life where life ain't comfortable for you. You're not happy, you're not pleased. Try your hardest not to figure it out, but more so change your perspective to say, okay, well, it's not going like this, or because this is just how God wants it to go, and you got to wait until he reveals how everything is supposed to turn out. Okay, do not withhold good from those who deserve it when it is in your power to help them. If you can help your neighbor now, don't say come back tomorrow and then I will help you. So you can tell those people where you feel like they deserve it. Whatever they got that made them happy, or what's happening for them, you could tell they deserve it. Or even if they don't have what they want, but you could just tell there's some people out there in life where you just like, man, they deserve the best because they good people. And so, like, if you're able to be a part of that, to bless somebody or to do something good for somebody, don't withhold it from them, especially if you know they deserve it. Like, for instance, if somebody comes to you and says, okay, Jazz, I need to hold $20, and then they really need it, and you got the money. Don't just, okay, well, you can come back. Don't play on them like that. If you know you got it, go ahead and give it to them. Don't wait around to do good or wait around to help if you know you can do it right then and there at that moment. Don't procrastinate on doing good. If you're able to help or do something or give or share, and you know that you can, don't wait what you got to wait 2 or 3 days to do it for. Go ahead and do it now. You don't know what your life is going to be like tomorrow. Go ahead and take care of it today if you can. There are 6 things that the Lord hates. No, 7 things that he detests. Can y'all remember any one of those things?
7.
Something about a hateful tongue.
Okay.
Lying tongue.
Okay.
Was it lying
Perfect.
Tongue? It was.
Did you say hateful tongue?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was some
Okay.
something
Gossiping.
community.
Okay. Community. All right. That's definitely a part of it. Good job.
Was it
like basically describing like a person who
like
ready to do something bad?
Okay. Good job.
Or
Okay.
it was like some heart. Was it like a
Yes.
black heart?
Jazz, truth on point. You definitely calling out all the words, and you ain't got the complete sentence, but you picking out the words that
like
sentence.
a black heart or something.
Okay, not
like
the black
that.
heart, but here it comes. So it says there are 6 things the Lord hates, no 7 that he detests.
No.
All right, haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush into evil, a false witness who pours out lies, and a person who stirs up conflict in the community. So you all were very close. So basically, haughty eyes is somebody, well, to me, I think of haughty eyes as someone who's condescending, right? Who might look down on people if they feel like something is beneath them, or think that they're better than others. We want to definitely try not to think of ourselves as better than others. The Lord made all of us, and he can humble everybody at this point. So you don't want to think of yourself as better than nobody. We're all given gifts that can help and serve others. So that's never have haughty eyes. All right. And A lying tongue, of course, we already know what that is. Don't lie, especially if you really truly don't have to. Don't just lie just because. Try to be willing to be more honest. When you start lying, and really you got to try to now make up for that and make up for that and make up for that lie because you done lied. But it's just best to try to be honest the best that you can. All right, hands that shed innocent blood. We already know what that is. Okay, so we don't want to kill nobody. We don't want to have to, and we don't even have to kill somebody physically. We can kill their spirit by harming them verbally. When you bully people or tease people or mock others. Let's not even just think of it as physical killing, but you can kill someone's spirit. You can kill them mentally by your words. All right. And then a heart that devises wicked schemes. So we know what that means. Somebody who likes to plot to do things wrong, or you intentionally want to plot or intentionally want to do evil or do wrong. All right. And then feet that are quick to rush into evil. Yep. Like you just so quick to do wrong. So somebody tell you, yeah, I'm finna go rob a bank, and you just so quick to do it, you don't even think twice about it. Something that's happening in your life, and you know that it may not be such a good idea. Don't be so quick and so hasty to want to do it. Take your time and think about it first. All right. And then a false witness who pours out lies. This doesn't tell the truth on someone else or about someone else. So if it comes to a point where one day somebody may come to you and you're a witness to something, don't lie. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like it's something you just don't want to get involved in because you're afraid to be involved in it, then say that. But don't just deliberately lie about the situation. All right. And a person who stirs conflict in the community. And remember what I told y'all, it ain't got to be the community. It can be what?
It can be work, school, like in your family, social media.
Yeah, oh yeah. Work, school, your family, social media. So stirring up conflict in the community is any part of the community, meaning in life, not just in like your neighborhood, that too, but all over. Okay. Lazy people are soon poor, and hard workers get rich. So this one is an easy one. And I mean, there's truth to when they're saying, about being lazy. Being lazy isn't good. Well, this right here says lazy people are soon poor and hard workers get rich. So what does that sound like? What does that sound like needs to happen?
It sounds like you need to work hard and then you'll get what you wanted.
Yeah. I mean, so don't be lazy. I mean, only if you physically can't do anything, disabled and can't do certain things, that's different. But if you physically can work and physically can you physically can put the work in with your hands, do it. Don't be a stranger to working hard for something that you really want. It ain't gonna happen if you being lazy or lazy minded. Okay, so and lazy minded. Another example of lazy mindedness is procrastination. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm still working on it. By the grace of God, I'm trying to get better with that. But I was bad at procrastinating. Where I got all kinds of thoughts in my mind of things I want to do, and I just wasn't getting to it. And not because I just deliberately don't want to, but just any little thing would just distract me. Distractions, oh gosh, just distractions mentally, physically. When you're around the wrong people, you don't have the right people in your life, anything can distract you and stop you from doing what you want or need to be getting done. Okay? You're a parent, you got kids, you got a household you need to take care of, so you got to work. So don't be lazy. You don't work, you don't get fed. Hard workers get rich. So yeah, you see those people out there that work hard, working 14-hour shifts, working 7 days a week, 6 days a week. They working and they're gonna get what they work hard for. So people who accept discipline are on the pathway to life, but those who ignore correction will go astray. So what do you think that means when it says if you accept discipline, you're on the pathway to life?
Like discipline, you mean like what is discipline?
Being focused.
What's discipline? What is discipline?
To me, discipline is being focused to like consistent, like on something.
Okay, so that's one form of discipline when you're disciplined within, like you disciplined, that means you're devoted to something, or you have discipline saying, okay, I know I don't need to eat after 7 o'clock, so you are disciplined enough that you are doing that, you are sticking in that, and you are disciplined that like after 7, you're good about making sure after 7 o'clock you ain't eating. But what about the other discipline about saying if somebody critiques you or somebody instructs you, or somebody says, okay, Truth, the way you handle that situation, you should not have done it that way. So now you can't go there no more. Or when you and your friends, y'all go to the park, y'all are always getting in trouble, so now you can't go there anymore. So that's another way that you could discipline someone, by censuring them. That means criticizing them or scolding them when they're doing something wrong. So that means when you accept discipline, that means you are willing to take that in without thinking discipline is harming you. Okay, then that is a pathway to life. So some people don't know how to accept discipline. They think that because you disciplining them, like a parent disciplining a child, the first thing the child thinks is you hurting them or harming them, or they get mad because they don't want, of course, yeah, we might discipline and yell at you, or some parents might beat you with a belt or whatever, however they may discipline you. So of course the child, first thing they think is, oh, my mama don't love me, or I'm mad at my mom because I got yelled at, or she told me I can't play my game no more, or I'm on punishment. When discipline is, because the person loves you and they want you to do better, so they're trying to show you like what you might have done was not right. So discipline can straighten you and align you up. So you got to be able to accept discipline. Know that discipline is not a bad thing. If it's coming from the right person and for the right reason. If you did something wrong, accept discipline, because it's going to straighten you out and straighten your pathway to life. But if you ignore the correction, then you're going to fall off. So that means if you hate discipline, you don't want to be corrected ever. So you don't never want to be told like, okay, Truth, don't do this that way. If you continue to do that, this is what can harm you. And if you don't pay that no attention and you just can't stand to be corrected or told nothing, and then now something bad happened to you, it's like, okay, I tried to tell you this. So learn to be able to accept discipline. Anxiety could weigh down the heart, but a kind word cheers it up. So what you think that means when it says anxiety can weigh down the heart?
Like getting sad a lot and like thinking about things that you really don't want to think about, like that kind of like weighs like your feelings down, and so like it hiccup problem, and so it makes you like a whole different person when you're really sad and like you're thinking things over and you're not really thinking about happy things.
So basically, if you're worried about something a lot, or things just on your mind and you're feeling a little pensive sometimes, like pensive meaning like sad or just not feeling good, it can weigh you down mentally. Like and this is so true even to me. I've been through it. I've been through that phase where just living with intense anxiety. I mean, it weighs you down mentally, spiritually. Like I just really was. I was just a whole nother person. So anxiety definitely can weigh you down, but a kind word cheer you up. I remember exactly one day. And I mean, just vividly, like I remember one day I was feeling just so down, my anxiety. I was scared again that day, just scared every day again, thinking of death and just too much going on in my mind. And I was just so sad. And then I remember, I forgot who the conversation was with, but I just remember when I got a phone call and it was something, and immediately I went from, and it was good news. So whatever the news was, I can't remember exactly the conversation, but I just remember that day of, I was just feeling so bad again, just scared, worried about my life and going through what I was going through. So I was just down again. I got one phone call, and I mean, within a blink of an eye, it cheered my whole spirit up. I wasn't even anxious no more. I wasn't even scared thinking about death. It's amazing how, happiness or like a good word or something, somebody can bring some joy to you or joy to your life, can cheer and just cheer your whole heart and spirit up. So I also said that to say, sometimes you can give a kind word to somebody. So if you can encourage somebody or say a kind word or give a compliment to somebody, you never know what that kind word can do to them, because you never know if they're going through one of those anxious days where they are just down or they've been down for a while.